Coming up on this edition of SWTV News. 39-year-old Ryan Chamberlain of Cabri made a brief appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on February the 27th, following his arrest the previous day. Following months of construction, the grand opening for JayDeeAgTech's new 100,000 square foot facility took place on Monday in Swift Current. Patrons of the annual Stir Crazy Blues Festival were treated to another stellar lineup of entertainment, including Ottawa's own J.W. Jones Band.
Thanks for joining us here today. A Cabri hockey coach is facing sexual assault charges. We have more in today's top story.
39-year-old Ryan Chamberlain of Cabri made a brief appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on February the 27th, following his arrest the previous day. The accused is a hockey coach in Cabri and faces numerous criminal charges, including sexual assault, invitation to sexual touching, sexual interference, and sexual exploitation. The case stems from the fact that Maple Creek RCMP received a call on February the 25th from a concerned parent of a male youth after he stressed concerns of inappropriate interactions with an adult male. Following his appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court, the accused Ryan Chamberlain was released on strict conditions by the judge, which includes no communication with the youth in question or anyone under the age of 18. In the meantime, the RCMP are continuing their investigation as Chamberlain coached hockey across southern Saskatchewan, and the RCMP are now requesting that any parents who may have concerns over contact between the accused and their child to contact the Swift Current RCMP. The accused, Ryan Chamberlain, will make his next appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on March 23rd.
JayDeeAgTech has made a $15 million investment into its new facility in Swift Current. We have more in this report.
Following months of construction, the grand opening for JayDeeAgTech's new 100,000 square foot facility took place on Monday in Swift Current. As clients and suppliers looked on, the official ribbon-cutting ceremony was conducted by JayDeeAgTech and Pattison Group officials. The $15 million investment includes an expanded shop space, a 90-seat lecture theater for training, and a spacious showroom. A showcase facility which is pleasing to all who walk through the doors.
Well, in a word, fantastic. It's just great to have a building this size because they cover one hell of a big territory.
Just looking at it, they've built for the future. Like, they've added a lot of things to look forward to the future, and I think we'll have a good facility here for many years to come.
It's not only just the RM, it's good for the community, like for the city, for us, and for, you know, a fairly large region here that we're servicing now.
And with JayDeeAgTech now part of the Pattison Group and one of 545 business locations owned by this international conglomerate, CEO Jim Pattison was impressed by the Swift Current expansion.
This new facility is really very, very spectacular, and the folks here, Dwayne Smith and his team, they really did an excellent job.
With the expanded facility now officially open, it's business as usual, with JayDeeAgTech's core values still at the heart of the day-to-day operation.
Facility won't change that. We're all about integrity, we're all about the customer, we're all about the community, all about honesty, and this facility just shows that, we're committed, we're dedicated to the Southwest and to the business that we're in. We've had a great team of people to support us. Customers have been fantastic. We support them, they support us, and so the whole formula worked really well, and so we're very thankful to have had that opportunity over those 20 years.
JayDeeAgTech's main office is headquartered out of Swift Current, with over 200 employees across 9 locations in Saskatchewan. To a small community, especially here in southwest Saskatchewan, The most valuable resource available is the pride and support of its residents. In the town of Gull Lake, Community Future Southwest has partnered with various service clubs and volunteers to make this prairie community the best it can be. Bruce Gibson and his team of volunteers came together to beautify a piece of the town's core, the Elks Hall.
Giving it a paint job and a good facelift for has a good appearance on the outside. They have to be in these communities because you always have to have a meeting point of some point or someplace. Like you always, it's where everybody meets. Anything from funerals to weddings, and you have to have a big building for it.
Bruce and his crew are continuing the work started last year as Gull Lake's town councillor and Communities in Bloom chairperson Ed Lowenberger spearheaded a new vision for the community.
We started this last year. It started out as basically a barren, vacant lot. We took it and cleaned it up, cleaned all the trash out of it, planted trees, planted shrubs, planted flower beds, made raised beds, laid down a layer of heavy mulch.
And with some encouragement, the businesses and people of Gull Lake joined together to work on making the community the best place it could be, starting with the new pocket parks to updating benches and planting flowers. The end result was more than just a better-looking downtown.
I've noticed a huge difference from last year. We have more private citizens coming on board. We've had an overwhelming response from the business community as well, such as a flower pot competition. We provide the planters, they provide everything else.
It's the volunteers and supporters of these projects that make them possible. This Communities in Bloom competition is a mere example of how ready the town is to show their community spirit and come together for the greater good.
Yeah, they spearheaded it and kind of gives you a little awareness that, you know, somebody's going to start something, you might as well go along with it. And there's always, in small towns, there's always good community pride no matter what. It's just, yep, anybody that spearheads something, usually somebody jumps on board.
This spirit of volunteerism and the noble vision of the town attracted Community Future Southwest, who helped turn their vision into a reality.
We very much give all our money back into the community, so sometimes we need a little help. Sometimes our stuff gets forgotten.
That's very important to us. I know not only us, but other communities in the Southwest have also benefited greatly from them. Yeah, they've been a big help, and they've been a big source of information for us as well. So
it's been a great start, but the best is yet to come. According to Ed, the solution to revitalizing any community is more people.
We've come a long way from when we started. But having said that, we also realize that, you know, we still got a long ways to go. There's always room for improvement. The greater the increase in the residents and the population, the more things we can accomplish. So,
thanks to Community Future Southwest, success stories like the community of Gull Lake are becoming more common across the region. Community Future Southwest helps business owners with financing and business training, making dreams become a reality. Contact their office today.
As the J.W. Jones Band awaits this year's Junos, they made a brief stopover in Swift Current.
Patrons of the annual Stir Crazy Blues Festival were treated to another stellar lineup of entertainment, including Ottawa's own J.W. Jones Band. The three-piece ensemble, including lead J.W. Jones, Laura Greenberg on bass, and Jamie Holmes on drums, brought their high-energy sound to the lyric stage. Inspired by the likes of B.B. King and Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jones has been performing since 2001. And now 8 albums later, he's promoting his latest recording, Belmont Boulevard.
I've recorded in Hollywood, in Sun Studios in Memphis, a couple albums at my own house, just recording in the house with an engineer that comes in. And then on the new one, we recorded in Nashville for the first time. Had a big producer on there, Grammy winner Tom Hambridge, and he co-wrote a lot of the songs on the record and brought in, you know, some great studio musicians, and the band, my touring band, Jamie Holmes and Laura Greenberg, are on there as well. So yeah, great experience, and it's a huge sound. I mean, when people talk about the Nashville sound, it's for real. Like, the difference is huge.
And along with the latest CD is a Juno nomination, which is a dream come true for any artist.
First Juno nomination, and yeah, it's very cool. We're in some stiff competition, but it's great to be up there with them and be recognized, by the music industry. So it'll be fun. I also get to perform at the gala, which is the night before the broadcast. So we get to do a little thing there, and Rush is being honored with a humanitarian award the same night. So it's kind of like I'm opening for Rush.
In the coming months, the J.W. Jones Band will have a busy schedule, including a performance at the Juno's Gala, followed by a U.S. tour.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at MyLocalTV.ca. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.